now and download the G Wood Live app. It's absolutely free. There's no cost. I'll say it again. It's absolutely free. It's your way to stay connected and stay involved in the community. Download the G Wood Live app on your Apple or your Google Play. Stay connected, stay positive, stay involved. Download the G Wood Live app today.
Moving forward, what do you plan to do? And is he still going to be the principal? Because I'm hearing parents say they don't feel the principal. You said, well, whether he's in the bathroom or in his car or whatever, right before, if you know that when you roll those cameras back, okay, that the cameras show an exact time or a definite time as to when these fights are starting, why not place somebody there right then? Unless that's just not a part of, the contract. I don't know who you're hiring and how you're hiring them, but sounds like to me the district has failed the parents and the students. And that's as a community stakeholder. But as a journalist, to see what happened in Uvalde, and we could possibly have that to happen here. We were on the news. We were on the news this evening at 5 o'clock. That's heartbreaking. And if a parent called me, I am going to follow the story down to the T, because they deserve to be heard. They don't have attorneys like the school board. They don't have attorneys on hand. And I don't understand why the board would continue to bring in people who have failed the north end of Sunflower County School District. But I just want to say shame on you. And I'm done.
The UPS Store can help your small business with more ings than you realize. Shipping, packing, and boxing save you time for creating. Returning, printing, and shredding free you up to focus on designing. And notarizing, mailing, and mailboxing let you do more inspiring. For any ing you need, visit a convenient location near you and get back to playing. Every ing for small business, all in one place.
The UPS Store.
Our certified packing experts make returns easy. Stop in today and we'll handle the rest.
Visit your local UPS store at 1831 Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Parents are reaching out to me, and also not just as a journalist, but as a stakeholder in the community, to find out that a lot of students didn't go to school today was heartbreaking. I understand that the parents are saying that they're not going to send the students the rest of the week. People come to me, and last school term, I had a parent to speak to me and say that her child was kicked in the back of the head. So the student was allowed a hearing, and it broke my heart. I hear Dr. Davis speaking with so much passion, but to pull up to her central office and see her leaving in her truck, that was heartbreaking, okay? And also the parent informed me today that she has still not reached out. I know she's saying she's easily accessible, but she is still not checked on the welfare of the child who had been kicked in the back of the head from last year. Now, majority of the people who are having a problem, normally they're talking about the principal. I don't know who recommended for him to be the principal a new school year, but whoever recommended him felt that he was capable enough to do the job. And I don't know why, but we still have the same superintendent who is having the same issues that have yet to be rectified. And as a community stakeholder, it is heartbreaking to know that we're coming off the cusp of Uvalde. Okay. And like the parents said a minute ago, is not going to bring them back. And I don't know if we should recommend take your parent to school with you day. I don't know what should be recommended, but I understand you're saying you're here for the parents. We do need to do this. We do need to do that. Okay. So I don't know what is going on, but what I would like to know is moving forward, what do you plan to do? And is he still going to be the principal?
And welcome to another segment of Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. So we're going to jump right on into it. And you just saw the video of the superintendent sitting there with the school board and the board's attorney. And this was a meeting where the parents on the north end of Sunflower County came and found out that there was going to be like a sneak meeting. And we call it sneak because we didn't find out until the last minute, the parent and I, the one whose baby was kicked in the back of the head. Now, we have to say thank you for everybody who did participate in the election process. We do have new board members. So coming up to January, I imagine, they will be sworn in. You have Bryant Kimbrough and Kilpatrick Sibley, who defeated the incumbents. And incumbents are usually hard to beat. And in Sunflower County at the school board level, there was success in the two elections that they were aware of, because it's talks that the other election was kept quiet and that they were not able to get anybody to run against the incumbent. So that person remained in that spot. Now, again, want to say shout out to Bryant Kimbrough and Kilpatrick Sibley. We got some issues. But before we get into that, I wanted to say rest in peace to Elmus Stockstill. Elmus Stockstill graduated from Mississippi Valley State University. He was the circuit clerk of LaFleur County. He was a good friend of mine. He, whenever you see him, this is me asking him, throw up the hook, right? And he did oblige me. Elmus he worked closely with Congressman Benny Thompson. He's done so much. He served as alderman in Itabena, if I'm not mistaken. And so I found out today from my sister affiliate that he had passed away this morning. And so we're going to ask that you guys pray much for his family. He was a husband, a father, a Q dog, a friend. And he will be greatly missed in LaFleur County and throughout this great state of Mississippi. Now, we're in good company tonight. You are looking at your superintendent of Sunflower County. How you doing? Hey, girl. And we're looking at Principal Lakes, the one whose name was brought up in the video just a minute ago. And keep in mind now, that video comes from the archive of Mike Magazine. This is not something new to me. This is something that I have been following in Sunflower County as a journalist and as a community stakeholder. Just wanted to say that after I made the announcement about the congratulatory statement for Kimbrough and Sibley, it was brought to my attention that the superintendent allegedly said that if the incumbents didn't come back, if they didn't win, that she would hand in her letter of resignation. So I imagine the first thing, if these allegations are true, the first thing that will happen is they will need to look for a new superintendent. Let me see here, because for some of you all who don't know, I have a godmom who lives in Kentucky, and she likes to cook. So there is an election online. Her name is Kathy Myers, and I will drop that link in the comment section. And Kathy Myers says, I love to bake and share with others. It's like therapy for me. I put my love in my baking. I'm not real fancy, but it has to taste good. And believe it or not, I have called to Kentucky several times saying, Miss Kathy, what am I doing wrong? What is it that the girl needs to be doing, right? And so she'll oblige me and she'll let me know, Angela, you need to do this, this, and this. And my family, they really enjoy her recipes. So again, I wanted to say, please go out and vote for my godmom, Miss Kathy Myers in Kentucky. Right now, she's in 5th place. So we're shooting for 1st place. Now, I want to show you guys a little bit about the superintendent. And I don't want to just tell you, I want to show you some things, right? This needs to be addressed. All right, now here's the vision statement here. To become a model district that attracts and retains highly qualified staff that graduates students and blah, 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 blah. Then you go to the mission statement, right? And it says E3, empower staff, engage communities, and educate the students. Get back in here, superintendent. There's nothing in there that says anything about safety. Now, I'm no expert in education, right? I ain't no expert, but I thought maybe something about safety would be in there because, you know, when we drop our children off, you know, we're hoping that, well, maybe it's implied. I don't see where it's implied. We're hoping that our children are going to be okay. Let me show you what happened today. Now, you think the baby was kicked in the back of the head and the parent was trying to get some answers, and they kept that same Principal Lakes, which is the one that you're looking at right there. Yeah, they kept Principal Lakes. And the students were the ones who took the blame for the safety breach. Hold on. I'm about to show you a video. Had to redact it, so don't get upset because, you know, these are students. We can't show their faces. You really can't see their faces anyway. But for the sake of, you know, protection, I just put these black marks over. Take a look.
Get off, man. Get off, bro. Where you, bro? Bro, y'all just standing there. Go get somebody, nigga. Y'all just standing there looking, bro.
Now, I'm going to run that back one more time for those who are just trying to wrap their minds around what happened. Give me just a second.
Get off. Get off. Get off. Get off, man. Get off, bro. Let
Where you bro?
Bro, y'all just standing there. Go get somebody, nigga. Y'all just standing there looking, bro.
When I saw that, minus the redaction, it broke my heart. I am trying to understand, right? Because I'm hearing people say the high schools in Sunflower County need to go back to virtual if the children who are trying to graduate will graduate. You guys saw the mission statement and everything, what they said. So parents are saying, some are suggesting that if they're going to graduate and if they're going to make it out alive in Sunflower County Consolidated School District, they are pushing for those seniors to go virtually. Now, that's just the seniors. I don't know who these children are, right? But you can hear the students say, go get somebody, which is indicative of the fact that no security was there, which indicates to me that nobody was standing around to stop it. But check this out. After the baby was kicked, the girl, now a baby girl, was kicked in the back of the head at the high school, Mr. Lakes, your school. He kept his job. Nobody checked on that baby. Nobody ever, let me just say, the child was said to be in the wrong place and the wrong time. And the student, according to the student, had permission to be in said place. Oh, but at Sunflower County Consolidated School District, they find a way to blame it on the children, is what I'm told. But I also had a chance to witness this, man. And not only that, when I pulled up to your office, Superintendent Davis, I was leaving out because they put me out. They said I couldn't be up in there, which that was cool. I'm glad they put me out, because had they not, I would not have seen your truck. Well, they got her a new one this time. They got a new truck, and I dare not say it's a Range Rover. But when I walked out of your office, the central office, I saw you pulling off. Immediately, I went live. I was in tears. It wasn't important enough for her to get up in there. Now, we have 2 new board members, and it's time to get to business. Once you're sworn in, what do you plan on doing? Because this cannot keep happening. It's your time to shine. I mean, what are we going to do on the north end?
Get off. Get off, man. Get off, bro.
Where you bro?
Bro, y'all just standing there. Go get somebody, nigga. Y'all just standing there looking, bro.
The child, what you can't see is that the child is unresponsive. during school hours at a place where his parents probably dropped him off and had in their minds that he would be safe. That child was choked out until he was unresponsive. And that's when you hear peers say, go get somebody, man. So now I'm wondering, where are the cameras? First of all, where's the principal? Principal Lakes, where were you? Come on, Principal Lakes. Are you serious? People, keep in mind, this is not something I'm just jumping on. And I didn't go looking for this story. But you better know people are talking, and they send the Mike magazine this information. Now, again, I redacted those faces, right, to protect the students. But I dare not say I'm the only one protecting them. Who else is protecting these babies? Huh? Oh, if we ask for virtual, that's a problem. If we say these children need to go virtual until they graduate from the time they come back from Christmas, because they just got back off Thanksgiving. They have just gotten back from Thanksgiving. They only have a couple of weeks before they go into Christmas, right? And so I'm trying to see, where was the principal? Y'all, this baby was choked all the way out. Somebody keeps recommending this guy to be the principal. Now, I've heard things about him I dare not say. I dare not take a stab at where I thought he could have been, right? I'm not going to even take a stab at that. But we know where he was not. We know where he was not. Where was the chief? Where was your chief? Where was your police chief? Well, let me say, where was your school resource officer? Hey, if you guys are trying to leave comments, you have to leave them on the Mike Magazine Facebook page, on Facebook, on my professional page, not my personal page. You have to, or our backup channel on YouTube. If you are wanting to leave comments and say whatever or however you feel, you have to leave it on our YouTube backup page. I can see it there. Or you go over to the Mike Magazine professional page and I can see your comments there. But we need y'all to get in here and talk to this superintendent and this principal, because this is the only place y'all gonna see them together, right here, like on the Mike Magazine. It's the only place y'all gonna see them together. And they smiling. They smiling. Let me show you some stuff about your superintendent. And this comes directly from the page, school page, right? Public knowledge. I looked it up. So let me go look some stuff up right quick. Because if I don't do the research, who will? Right? If I don't go and research it, who gonna do it? Who gonna do it if I don't go do it? Now, oh, I forgot to say Dr. Davis, which infers that she knows better. Doctor. Anytime somebody got a doctor on their name, that title, oh, baby, they certainly know better. They know better. And again, this came from the school page, the how do you say it? The Sunflower County Consolidated School District page, right? That's where it came from. Throw my fair use out there. Fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Now, do you see right above your superintendent's head? Oh, she's the daughter of this person and that, married to this person. Now, I'm not saying that if you don't have children, you don't understand. But, hold on. Because, see, it's starting to make a whole lot of sense to me. It says that they live with their 2 dogs. Nothing against it. My daughter has a dog. I had a dog when I was growing up. But later on, I had some children. My mama would tell me, see, you won't understand, because I grew up with my brothers. My sisters grew up in Chicago. She said, you won't understand until you have your own sons. And boy, was she right. Boy, was she right. Oh, boy. It's something about a son. Something about a son. And that was somebody's son who was choked out. Let me play this again.
Get off! Get off, man! Get off, bro! You can kill me, man. Let go, bro. Bro, y'all just standing there. Go get somebody, nigga. Y'all just standing there looking, bro.
Let's take a look right here. Now, she says she understands that there's some issues, right? There's some issues. But the thing that is most important to her, she said, I feel the biggest educational issue that plagues our public schools is the lack of consideration. Hold on. Lack of consideration and effort extended to improve the craft and expertise of our teachers. Our teachers are our first line of defense. Whoa, wait a minute, first line of defense. But after the baby was kicked in the back of the head, it crossed my desk that there was a meeting on the south end at Gentry where the teachers were told, don't break up no fight. Don't you break no fight up. Almost like saying, let them fight. You know, you hear that in the streets. Let them fight. There are comedians out there who joke about when they turn around and say, no, man, let them fight. And he be looking around like, I know they didn't just say, you better help me. You got a superintendent who says the biggest issue, now this is out there on the page. This ain't something I made up. I'm just reading you what does said the website, what does said the superintendent. Safety was not even in the statement. If y'all look at the statement now, you tell me if you saw anything about safety. I'm gonna pull it back up and I'm gonna let y'all have a moment to look at it. And if y'all see something about safety, stop me and tell me that you see it. Okay. We got Chandra Irvins in the building. Now, after her assessment of what she read, hold on, let me get the superintendent and the principal back in here. Y'all stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Keep them smiles. Hold them smiles. Because Dr. Davis, this is what the comment says after reading over your website. What thus said the website. Says this is all about happy, healthy teachers. That's a community stakeholder. That's not somebody from New York talking. That's a community stakeholder right here speaking. Huh? Hold on, y'all can have a quick moment, because I mean, y'all pay the cost to be the boss. Hold up. Gotta come in here. Now, do you remember I said congratulations to Brian Kimbrough and Kilpatrick Sibley? This is a comment from Brian Kimbrough 5 hours ago. He said, Brian Kimbrough is feeling angry. We've got bigger problems than just having a B rating. Safety should be our top priority in our school district. Now, I'm going to let y'all take a minute and read what Brian Kimbrough said. If you are trying to leave a comment, you have to leave it on the Mike Magazine page. That's the only way that I can see it. Not my personal page, but the professional page. Or you go to our backup page on YouTube. And while I'm talking about it, please go subscribe. We're almost to 7,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much. We do not take it for granted. Okay. Now, for those just tuning in, I know y'all probably don't know, but Sunflower County, let's talk good about it. Get back in here. Yeah, I mean, stay right here, because we don't know where y'all was at earlier today. Stay right here. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Now, let's talk good. Yes, Dr. Davis, you have a B. But it was said to me now. Check this out, y'all. Y'all about to lose 130 some points when the scores come back out. I don't know how true it is. You know how the streets be talking, and they talk to me. And these are some strong allegations. We're going to deal with them as such. But factually, y'all got to be. But from what I'm told now, before you close the school in Inverness, right? Well, you didn't close it by yourself. You know, I know you had the attorney advised you, and you had board members who, you know, they say you said that those are your board members. And I just wonder if she does not resign, if she will bring Kimbrough and Sibley into the fold. Now, these are some strong allegations. Now, I had a community stakeholder say, yeah, I heard her say that's her board. Ran a clean campaign off of the B. But one thing we need to be is clear about where was your chief on today. If not today, yesterday. See, I'm probably a day late and $1 short, like your text message was when a couple of weeks before they went to, you know what I'm trying to talk about. I'm a day late like your text message was. I don't know who advised you legally to say something a day late, but that's when we got it. So maybe, you know, just, I probably got this video a day late. I don't know. Okay. Cynthia Robinson Moore, who graduated from Gentry, says it ain't in there. Safety first. Okay. We got people weighing in on this discussion. Let's be clear, since we're talking about the B that Kimbrough brought up. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. What else you gonna be on this topic. Where do you stand? Are you standing on, as the children say, the word start with a B? Are you standing on business when it comes to safety? I don't think so. Because see, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. She ain't going to do nothing but go to the newspaper again, local newspaper. Shout out to Brian Davis, my boy. She ain't going to do nothing but go back to the Enterprise Toxin because she don't release statements to the Mike magazine. And if she released it to any other media, hey, we need to fix that. We need to fix that. When you send out your press release, it needs to come to people who covering the story. And y'all know full well Mike Magazine covered this story. And how come I didn't get your text message? I'm a community stakeholder and I'm a reporter in the, some people say I'm a messy magazine. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Are you standing on business when it comes to safety? I don't see it. I don't see it in any of your documentation on this website. I don't see it. Okay, so it's all about alphabets and numbers. So sad. And see, if the parents pull the children out of school tomorrow, I don't know if they're out of school tomorrow or not, but they just got me. If the parents say, no, our children will not go to school tomorrow, don't you know the district will lose money per child, per day? Per child, per day. These parents say they are tired of you, and Principal Lake say they tired of y'all. This ain't my first time hearing it though. Now, you got 2 new board members, and it was alleged that you said, Superintendent, doctor, let me say doctor, because that means you know better, and we can hold you to it. That you would give your letter of resignation. But I don't think they're going to do it because they just got her a new truck. And I dare not say they bought her a Range Rover. I don't know what the truck looked like. Huh? Goodbye. 6-figure job you going to give up. You know what everybody say when I say those allegations? That's, Dr. Davis ain't going to leave that money. Oh, it's about money. Because when I play this video again, ain't no amount of money in the world could bring that child back had he died. And I said it in the video as we came on, as my mom would say, ain't gonna bring nobody's baby back. We see it all too often. Mamas crying, want their babies back. They can't get them back. Where's the safety at in Sunflower Consolidated School District? Got 2 new board members. Do you all know what they said once the baby was kicked in the back of the head? True story. I was there at the sneak meeting. Superintendent and her president at the time said they had some clear backpacks they was going to issue. How is a clear backpack going to suffice for the security and the protection of a student? Now, that is something that you give in the beginning of the school district. See, you got to keep in mind, when that baby was kicked in the back of the head, we were on our way out. We were on our way out for the school year. I am just curious as to know what the board is going to, what their position is going to be. Because I'm telling you now, Dr. Davis, when that incident happened at Gentry, your text message, I don't know who advised you legally to put that text message out a day late. Then in the text message, you blame the community. You blame anybody but your failure to provide safety and what we call a breach in safety. You blame any and everybody and still collected your check at the end of the month, didn't you? I think they get paid at the end of the month. Still collected your check. Just like your boy right here, Lakes, Principal Lakes. He still collected his check and still collecting. So we just had a child choked out, right? At the same school where the baby girl was kicked in the back of the head. The same principal. No security. Same situation. And see, what's happening is you're doing your principal a disservice. How? Why do you say that, Angie? Because there's no correction brought to the leadership. It's all blamed on students. Now, y'all, I'm telling you now, go and get the newspaper next week. Go buy an Enterprise toxin because she's going to release a statement to them, right? And parents out there from Ruleville, send me the text message, whatever correspondence you got from the school, inbox that to me at the Mike magazine because I want to see what they were advised to say legally this time. Because they probably gonna blame the kids. They're probably gonna blame the parents for dropping them off at school. I can't make this up, y'all. It gets worse. I'm trying to see, but you got your dogs. People, dogs get treated better. Let me show you this.
Get off, man. Get off, bro. Let's Where you gonna go? Bro, y'all just standing there. Go get somebody, nigga. Y'all just standing there looking, bro.
People, we live in a world. Hear me and hear me good. Hear me and hear me good. Please share this. Please share this. I would love to talk to the family. We live in a world where dogs get treated better than that baby boy that was just choked out. You ain't got to worry about what's secure there for the dog. Because if a dog is not protected, you get criminal charges filed against you. Cynthia Robinson Moore says, it seems image and money overrides the well-being of our kids. I bet you if they drop their salary down low, shorty got low, she would really give her letter of resignation. Show me what you've done to deserve to continue to carry on. And then my other question is this. Look at that. Shonda Urban said, the hurt in that young lady's voice. My God. You can't make this up. But listen, let me tell you who's going to get in trouble. The one who filmed the video, they're going to go looking for that child. They're going to go looking, because if you go to the school district and ask for the video, they'll tell you they don't have it. The camera's not working, or they'll say you got to wait for 15 years to get the video, right? But they're going to find that child who recorded that video. I'm telling you what they're going to do. They're going to call the parents. They're going to bring them in. And they're going to tell them that child gets suspended because they done violated some other thingamajigger. Because safety is not first at Sunflower County Consolidated School District, right? Safety is not first. And They continue to bring this same principle back. I'm trying to see why. Not only that, I found out that Dr. Davis, according to the website, has worked her entire career in Sunflower County. So they know her. She's the golden child of Sunflower County School. She the golden child. That's what she is. She has gone from this school to this one and that one. Shut down Inverness. Y'all, I was at that meeting. I can pull archives up from it. The people were down there begging and pleading. But guess what? Inverness is said to be the one that pushed them to a B. The Inverness school, once the benefits were reaped from Inverness, now, from what I'm told. Okay, we can wash our hands with Inverness. Let's shut it down. Let's shut it down. We don't need that school anymore. And the parents, you even had a older white man said, man, look, what do we need to do to keep this school open? I can help. I think he's the mayor. He was like, what do we need to do? I mean, everybody who could fit in that room down in Inverness came. They were wall to wall. What Johnny Taylor said, wall to wall, back to back. Everywhere I looked, I saw a concerned parent. I saw a community stakeholder. And guess where the board was? Elevated on the stage. They were sitting there with their attorney. And they just let the people talk. Well, let me tell you something. One of the people who were elected was Kilpatrick Sibley, and he's from Inverness. So they know all too well the devastation, the hurt, the trauma, all of the stuff that goes into that school being closed. They want to blame it on somebody else and somebody else. But the cries that I heard was this: if you shut down our school, you're going to kill our community. I went to this school as a child. I'm telling you, they were doing everything but crying on their knees. They did everything but beg her with their hands like this. Oh, yeah, I did my own nails. They did everything but get down on their knees and beg her, please. Not just her, the board too. To no avail. We're in good company tonight, y'all. We got Dr. Davis. And the doctor implies that she knows better. But now I'm told that she's heavy on the state level. So you could try whatever you want to try. She ain't going nowhere. Unless, according to the allegations, she gives the resignation. This can't keep happening. Where was your principal? Why is it that allegations come out that if somebody from the district blows the whistle, then it is hell to pay? And speaking of a whistleblower, guys, I'm going to go to a break right quick, and I want you to pay attention to this.
Who are the higher ranking officials allegedly involved? Fred said that the lack of communication on the front end caused him to become apprehensive about returning to work with confidence. He said he had seen in the news how staff members had been treated once they blew the whistle. You can pause to read the excerpt of a letter from a spouse. The newly appointed Colette Peters is the director of Bureau of Prisons, is said to encourage whistleblowers to come forth. Fred Chambliss is not the only whistleblower to come forth. However, his case is different because he has several cases pending, one civil case and 3 EEO equal employment opportunity cases, where several of his superior officials were named. Chambliss is alleging that the person who was a lieutenant over him went to a different facility, and came back as a captain. And that's with pending allegations against said lieutenant in Chambliss's lawsuit. And the person that Chambliss is speaking of is none other than Lieutenant DeQuanty Lott. Two other people are Danya Ivy of Human Resources and Captain Craig Stanley, and he's alleging that all of this happened under the direction of the complex warden Shannon Withers. According to a USA Today article, a congressional report found that misconduct by federal prison leaders were ignored and covered up on a regular basis. Chambliss filed a complaint against Lieutenant Lott to Human Resources. A letter dated October 8, 2021, intended for Fred Chambliss, verifies that Human Resources is in receipt of his complaint as it relates to a hostile work environment. However, Chambliss is alleging that he never got the letter until October the 19th, and the letter came from Lieutenant Lott, sent through an email attachment, and not directly through Human Resources, where the letter is signed by D.L. Ivy. On October 26, 2021, Lieutenant Lott filed a complaint of threatening against Fred Chambliss. Keep in mind that on October the 1st, Chambliss had requested reasonable accommodations. Holding fast to what Colette Peters said about whistleblowers coming forth, Chambliss said he filed conspiracy charges. Chambliss said a threat assessment was conducted based on Lieutenant Lott's memo, and Chambliss was expected to undergo 2 psychological evaluations to determine whether he was fit for duty by 2 BOP doctors who both recommended that he do 6 months away from work, which totaled to 1 year. Chambliss said it took several months before he could even see either doctor. He was eventually approved for leave without pay. Chambliss said he wondered how could something as simple as an email correspondence change the entire trajectory of his life as a government worker. Chambliss has submitted email correspondences alleging that he has reached out to Congressman Benny Thompson and also Congressman Michael Guest. To no avail. Thanks for watching. This concludes our investigative report. Angela Buckney here, the voice behind the mic.
Now, exactly. It's too much. It's too much. Anybody on the inside who knows anything about something is deemed the problem. Oh boy, and if you try to be the good person and stand up like you just saw with Mr. Fred Chambliss, it's going to be hell to pay. Now, that's on the federal level. Just imagine on the state level. If somebody says something about either one of them from the school district. This is sad. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Because the student is on the inside and they filming and they got the inside scoop, listen what I'm telling you, their parents are going to be called. And they're going to say that hey, we found your baby was the one filming it. That child is going to be the one to take the fall. You better hear me. You think because Fred Chambliss is grown, that's where it starts? No. Children are prepped at an early age not to tell it. But if it had not been for a 17-year-old girl who filmed what happened with George Floyd, he'll just be another brother who passed away, right? This young man here that is before you was choked out. Similar, just choked out. He was choked. George Floyd was choked. His life was snuffed out. Did you hear that baby say, go get some help? Which indicates help was not even there. Superintendent Dr. Davis, doctor, help was not there. Where was your police chief? See, this Same superintendent, same principal, different children. History is continuing to repeat itself. Listen at this. So you can hear somebody in the background saying, he's trying to kill him. Now, and I don't know the intent, but had the principal or the school chief or school resource officer been there, I'm not going to even say teacher. I ain't going to even say teacher because they said you told your teachers, don't break up no fight. I ain't going to even say teacher. Say you had a workshop at Gentry. These some strong allegations. Saying don't break up. Y'all better not break up no fight. Let them fight. Not in those words. Again, the way it was told to me was, and this was an insider. And again, keep in mind, whistleblowers, they get fired. You better ask Fred Chambliss what you just saw down there at FCC Yazoo City Federal Prison. You better ask Fred Chambliss. Now, these children, all she gonna do is run to the newspaper with her press release in hand and say this. Parents, if you got a text message from today or yesterday, because I'm a day late probably, I don't know. Please send me that text message because they were supposed to get in touch with community stakeholders and parents via some way. Now, school status is the way that they contact the parents. I was flabbergasted when I saw what she said about what happened at Gentry High School. There was a breach in safety. They said, check this out. Check this out. You got a board member went to a game. And they asked this board member to take this out your pocket. Take that out your pocket. Do this. Do that. Spin around. Do the touchdown. Give me a jumping jack. Give me a look. Stand on business. They had that board member doing everything. Guess what the board member said? Oh, I know what it is. Your detector's not working. And that's not my first time hearing it. They got metal detectors at the school district level, and they are not working. Is the chief working? And then tell me, Dr. Davis wants to micromanage the day-to-day of the chief. Now, I don't know if she got certifications to be a police chief. But why hire somebody and you got to watch over them? Angels watching over me, my Lord, all night, all day. David's watching over everybody. And I'm tell you what's going to happen. It never fails. There's going to be a statement. Mark my words. There is going to be a statement. It would shock me if it's not an enterprise toxin. There's going to be a statement that says it's all the students' fault. Don't worry about where my chief was. And when she talked, it is like a pouty, kind of pouty, like y'all wrong for putting me on blast. Like a spoiled child, entitled. When I read it, that's how I read it. Now, I don't know who wrote it and all of that, but that's the way I read it. It's y'all's fault. But there was a breach in security, breach in safety. This is serious. This is so serious. Said, don't forget she gonna badmouth you so bad, but you are highly appreciated. The Mike Magazine. Thank you so much, Chandra Irvin. Thank you so much. Yeah, look, when the stuff happened at Gentry, it was said that she was trying to figure out, I don't know how true this is. These are allegations. how I get on campus. How did I find out? I never touched down in Sunflower County. That's just how reputable I am. That's just how people, how highly they think and appreciate the Mike magazine. I didn't have to touch down on your campus, any of them. I didn't touch down on the campus when they kicked that baby in the back of the head. I didn't. I didn't have to. Going back to Kimbrough's statement. He said, feeling angry. He said, we've got bigger problems than just having a B rated. Safety should be our top priority in the school district. Now, let me say this. Now, spoken with different people from different school districts who say this. Oh, you're going to have problems on every campus you go to. Okay. But when there's a breach, aren't you supposed to rectify the situation? Why would it be recommended that you keep the same administrator? Okay. I know. What the principal got to do with him keeping his job? What the superintendent got to do with keeping their job? What have you done for us lately? Yeah. But run to the newspaper with a statement and you're the victim. No, baby. For those who are just tuning in, let me show you who the victim is. Let me show you who the victim is. And I'm going to tell you who the whistleblower is and who's going to get in trouble.
Get off, man. Get off, bro. Where you bro? Bro, y'all just standing there. Go get somebody, nigga. Y'all just standing there looking, bro.
The person holding the camera is going to get in a world of trouble. Now, let me tell you this. Had not that baby girl gone over there and intervened, we don't know what the outcome would have been. Now, had this child stopped choking the other one and engaged in another altercation, guess what? All the students out there would have gone and gotten suspended. They would have been suspended because it would be deemed a gang fight. I'm telling you, they find a way to blame those babies and the community. I am so curious as to see the text messages that went out to the parents about this. Send it to me. Get it to your girl. Send it. I cannot make this here up. I want to see this. I do. Because we're sitting here knowing who's going to get in trouble. It won't be Principal Lakes. No, y'all see him here, smiling. He don't take the blame for nothing. How do you know this, Angie? You know why? Because they hired him back the following year that the baby was kicked in the back of the head. Somebody recommended that he come back. And somebody said, I'll vote for him to come back. Where was he at? Where was your chief? Where was your chief? Huh? Thank you. Where was your chief at? Somebody gonna blow the whistle. Somebody is going. Trust me when I say they're gonna blow the whistle. Where was your chief at, baby? Where was your principal? See, when we start asking questions like that to get some transparency, we are hit with a brick wall. Like, nobody, we're not gonna talk. And she said, you better not talk to her. I don't know how true this is. I don't have an issue with her. My thing is, let's get some answers to these questions. And I'm gonna tell you something. If I remember correct, she went to answer me, and her president, Edward Thomas, he touched on her hand. They didn't even acknowledge that I had asked the question. Parents, you want to report safety concerns to MDE. The number is on the screen. This is serious. 601-359-1028. It wouldn't shock me if the parents said they weren't going to send their children back into virtual. See, you get ready to go into the Christmas holidays, and we're still having issues that have not been rectified. Like if releasing a statement to the newspaper that is somebody else's fault makes you feel better, or whoever is advising you legally to do that, because these children can't afford attorneys. They cannot afford attorneys. And I'm going to tell you something. If something is brewing, because I used to teach, the teachers hear about it. We know who don't like who. I had a baby she was hanging with these girls at one time, and then they got off. They weren't talking anymore. She came to me and she said, Miss Bugner, is it okay if I sit in your class until class pass, the bell rings, and then this, that, and the third, because they don't like me anymore? I was shocked. The students talk, and they say who don't like who. Somebody should have held one of those students back and say, I'm going to give you a pass to class. Somebody should have intervened. I know for this mother whose baby was kicked in the back of the head, she made them aware that she had heard that something was brewing against her daughter. What happened? It still happened. No safety measure. Oh, they even made her sit in the office. I'm telling you, they make the parents sit in the office long. And another thing, they don't ever report it to the local authorities. It's illegal to choke people. You cannot choke anybody. You can't choke somebody. You just can't do it. And so they don't report it until there's a meeting where a judge is there saying, hey, these juveniles are showing up. They're doped up. They're smoking. They smell like marijuana. They're coming to your schools. You know it. Huh? Nothing is done until a judge steps up and says, hey, has this been reported to the local authorities? Because they're supposed to report it. I want to see the police report. I want to see the police report. You won't see one. You won't. But I tell you who you will see. Dr. Davis. Principal Lakes. They're going to keep their job. They're going to, hey, listen. They're going to keep getting that check at the end of the month. That's what they're going to do. They're going to keep getting paid. People on the north end are crying out. They want some help. I'm not making this up. Safety is a major concern in Sunflower County. Not a B. Let's be clear. It's not a B. You think a parent who baby was choked out said, well, I know you choked him out, but we got a B, ain't it? None of it is logical. None of it makes sense. None of it. We're in good company tonight. We're in good company.
Moving forward, what do you plan to do? And is he still going to be the principal? Because I'm hearing parents say they don't feel the principal. You said, well, whether he's in the bathroom or in his car or whatever, right before, if you know that when you roll those cameras back, okay, that the cameras show an exact time or a definite time as to when these fights are starting, why not place somebody there right then? Unless that's just not a part of, the contract. I don't know who you're hiring and how you're hiring them, but sounds like to me the district has failed the parents and the students. And that's as a community stakeholder. But as a journalist, to see what happened in Uvalde, and we could possibly have that to happen here. We were on the news. We were on the news this evening at 5 o'clock. That's heartbreaking. And if a parent called me, I am going to follow the story down to the T. Because they deserve to be heard. They don't have attorneys like the school board. They don't have attorneys on hand. And I don't understand why the board would continue to bring in people who have failed the north end of Sunflower County School District. But I just want to say shame on you. And I'm done.
That was the attorney on the far right looking down into his phone while I was talking. Just looking down. That's who advises them. That's who's advising them. He looking down in his phone. The board members looking like I'm not saying nothing. The board members looking bored. How about that?
Parents are reaching out to me, and also not just as a journalist, but as a stakeholder in the community, to find out that a lot of students didn't go to school today was heartbreaking. I understand that the parents are saying that they're not going to send the students the rest of the week. I have people come to me, and last school term, I had a parent to speak to me and say that her child was kicked in the back of the head. So the student was allowed a hearing, and it broke my heart. I hear Dr. Davis speaking with so much passion, but to pull up to her central office and see her leaving in her truck, that was heartbreaking. Okay. And also the parent informed me today that she has still not reached out. I know she's saying she's easily accessible, but she is still not checked on the welfare of the child who had been kicked in the back of the head from last year. Now, majority of the people who are having a problem, normally they're talking about the principal. I don't know who recommended for him to be the principal a new school year, but whoever recommended him felt that he was capable enough to do the job. And I don't know why, but we still have the same superintendent who is having the same issues that have yet to be rectified. And as a community stakeholder, it is heartbreaking to know that we're coming off the cusp of Uvalde, okay? And like the parent said a minute ago, is not going to bring them back. And I don't know if we should recommend take your parent to school with you day. I don't know what should be recommended. But I understand you're saying you're here for the parents. We do need to do this. We do need to do that. Okay, so I don't know what is going on, but what I would like to know is, moving forward, what do you plan to do? And is he still going to be the principal?
Uvalde. We don't need another Uvalde. We don't need another one. But people, if we keep getting the same people and the similar things are happening, history is bound to repeat itself, God forbid. If you find something in there where she's concerned about safety, please let me know. Show it to me. She said, I feel the biggest educational issue. Listen, she's telling you how she feels. This lady ain't playing. Now, I hope y'all looked at that. But it is so much bleeding over into the school district for safety not to be a big issue. It's too much riding on it for it not to be one of the biggest educational issues that plagues our public school, right? Get back in here. Where y'all at? Now, we know 11-year-old Adarian Murray was shot in the chest. He told the Mike magazine when Greg Capers was supposed to have his probable cause hearing, and he didn't, that students at the same school district are saying that they hope he get pew again. He's being bullied at school. The mother has reported this to the principal. She said that he said he gonna get back with her. But this is the person who shot 11-year-old Adarian Murray and has changed the trajectory of how he goes to school now.
Let me catch you speeding tonight. Hey, what? Let me catch you speeding tonight.
To use that type of language, huh? Who uses that language and says, bring this person back? We know that there's a community of people out there who are offended by what was said in this video. How do we know? Because they've told me already. I've already spoken to people in that community. They are appalled with what we just heard. But see, you have to be mindful when you say, let's bring a person back, because this person keeps coming to the board meetings. The last board meeting the other day, this week, you had 2 white men on the board to approve for Capers' attorney to be heard in closed session. Nothing about Capers was on the agenda. So it was like a sneak approach. Two white men. See, why am I saying this? Because it all ties back in to the school district. Okay, Ward 1 and Ward 2. You see these two white men up top. The one in Ward 1 said he had never seen the body cam footage a day in his life. Some people say he's a liar. I don't know. But I can only go off what he said in the board meeting. He had never seen the body cam footage of one of our babies who attend our public school, right? Say he didn't see it. And matter of fact, he want to bring him back. Let's bring back this officer, is what he said. Let's bring him back. Huh? Ward 2 on the other night. Second, the motion, or however it was the both of them who allowed this sneak attack.
Let me catch you for tonight. Hey, what? Let me catch you speeding tonight.
Now, I didn't go looking for that video. It was sent to me. That was sent to me. When the mother reports to the school district that this baby goes to school and now he was looking forward to going back, but when he returns, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, hold on.
No peace.
Protesters who arrived at Indianola City Hall today had a clear message: fire and charge the Mississippi officer who shot an 11-year-old boy after he called police for help.
BB King role in reference to a domestic.
He's blessed. I don't know how else to describe it, how he survived.
Nicola Murray says her son Adarian was following the officer's orders when he was gunned down inside their home. Saturday morning, Murray says she asked her son to call police over a domestic dispute as she argued with the father of one of her children. She says the officer arrived with his gun in hand, ordered everyone out of the home, and when Adarian came around a corner, he was shot in the chest.
He asked me in the hospital, like, why they shot him. He was in good spirit, but every now and then I look over at him and he'll just cry.
With no comment from Indianola Police, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation says they are assessing this critical incident, but for now offers no further comment. As the officer remains on administrative leave, the Murray family says the shooting was captured on body cam and is demanding the video be released.
She needs justice, and so she's fighting on behalf of her son, who didn't ask to be shot.
Back home today, Adarian is lucky to be alive after his family says his call for help nearly killed him. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
I must say, who allows the same person who shot this 11-year-old baby who goes to the same public school, who's being bullied now, according to his mother? He's being bullied. Why would you continue to let this officer come to your board meeting with his attorney? Because I'm trying to see why his attorney won't get him a job up in Cleveland where he is, if he's such a good guy. Why you won't get him a job up in Cleveland? It's just a question. Since he's so good, this officer has changed the trajectory of 11-year-old Murray's life. Now he's in Dr. Davis School District, and guess what? Who cares that he's being bullied? Same officer who's using foul language that is offensive in the LGBT community. Same officer changed the trajectory of this child's life, in public school is a living hell now for him. But we got the same superintendent. Principal at his school never got back with the mother. Why are you bringing this up, Angie? Because this man has changed the trajectory of this child's life. He will continue to be bullied unless something is done. And showing up to the board meeting just because you feel like it every time the door opens, you and your attorney, don't make it right. And I don't care how many times Gary Fratese and Mr. Simpson, Danny Simpson, whatever his name, say we want to hear what his attorney has to say in closed session, but you've never seen the body cam footage because you don't care about the trajectory of this child's life and how he's been bullied. But we continue to entertain this same officer who talks like this.
Let me catch you speeding tonight. Hey, what? Let me catch you speeding tonight.
I'm not racist, not one bit. Matter of fact, you saw when we first came on, I flashed my godmom in Kentucky and asked you to go and vote for her because she got the recipe. She the bomb. Okay. Not, by no stretch of the imagination do I hate white people. But when you have an Italian who is as racist as Gary Fratese, I have always thought highly of Mr. Gary Fratese. But for him to say in the Mike Magazine video archive that he had never seen the body cam footage of that 11-year-old baby who got shot in the chest, and he said it like he was saying something so great. And you want to bring the same person back who speaks ill against the LGBT community openly. You said bring them back. You never seen the body cam footage, Mr. Fratese? Are you serious? You come across as a racist Italian. My daddy raised me up saying the Italians are our cousins. The Irishmen were on the low end of the totem pole. We even got Irish people who are racist. Are you serious? You come yourself to Mississippi, land your butt a nice career, and you turn around and you sit on our board and you say you never saw the body cam footage, but let's bring this guy back.
Let me catch you speeding tonight. Hey, what? Let me catch you speeding tonight.
Mr. Fratese, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Ward 1. Why is it not important to go and look at the body cam footage about what happened to this baby? His public school life is a living hell now. But guess what? Apparently you don't care. Why do I say that? Because you allow a sneak attack on this mother. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell you who I'm proud of. I'm proud of Reuben Woods. I'm proud of him. See, that video, that was put together before this board meeting that came out. I am proud of Reuben Woods. Those were allegations that Reuben was the one who said, bring him back. I never got a chance to check the agenda in the minutes to see who brought it up. I don't even care no more. You know why? Because he got it right. I am proud of Mr. Reuben Woods, even though he said this ain't no real magazine. I give credit where credit is due, regardless of how they feel about me. I am so proud of you, Mr. Woods. I'm proud of you. And you ain't got to ever like my magazine, but you did the right thing. Not one time, y'all. Mr. Woods did the right thing twice. He did the right thing twice. I'm sitting there myself. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So somebody made a motion to say they didn't want to hear nothing his attorney had to say. And somebody seconded. I don't even remember. So it was time to vote. All right, who want to hear what this attorney got to say about capers? Let's go in a closed session. Hold on. They did a sneak attack now because I had the agenda all day. They did a sneak attack. They weren't even on the freaking agenda. But you know who knew about it? The mayor. Mayor Ken Featherstone. You can't sit there and tell me, but you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But you the mayor. You was there when they voted and said, let's listen to him. You knew it, mayor. And the board attorney. Y'all knew it. I came late. So at the end of the meeting, Gary Fertizzi reminded them, hey, y'all remember we said we was going to listen to, and not in these words, y'all remember we said we was going to listen to, we're going to listen to Attorney Carr in private. Reuben Woods said no. Marvin Elder said no. Sam Brock said no. The baby lives in Sam Brock's area. All three of them said no. And I'm going to tell you something. A no vote is still a vote. A no vote is still a vote. Y'all still have to live in our community. See, the thing is, how is it that the lawmakers, and I did a full report about whistleblowers, and it has history in there about bitter lawmakers. What has turned Gary Fertizzi so bitter? My mama loved his wife dearly. Loved her. And I'm trying to understand, because she worked with my mom because my mom suffered from mental illness. My mom loved Gary Fertizzi's wife. And I know she's probably rolling over her grave right now knowing that he's bragging that he's never seen the body cam footage of this child. His public school education will never be the same. Not in Sunflower County. You know why? Because the officer you're pushing to come back has made his life horrible. I'm the one who got to go and report that. Local TV station reported it. But because he's a little black boy, let's bring him back. This is unreal what you guys are doing. And I know the attorney has a job to do. And rightfully so, you have to fight fervently for your client. I know this. He's just doing his job. That's all that attorney is doing. But to have two white men in a majority black town continue to do sneak attacks. We talking about public school tonight. See, Nicaila Murray don't have money to change her baby to a private school, Gary Fertizzi. Nicaila Murray don't have money to do that. But the officer that you keep allowing to come up and you've never seen how he shot this baby because it doesn't matter to you. That same officer you keep lending your ear to. You, Gary Fertizzi, and Mr. Simpson. But Mr. Fertizzi, I'm talking to you because you hurt me. You hurt me, Mr. Fratesi. And maybe I gave you too much credit. Maybe this little black girl gave you too much credit. I gave you too much credit. Because to allow a sneak attack on that agenda, you know he was not on the agenda. We sat there until the end of the meeting. And that's when you came and said, oh, we said we were going to listen to Caper's attorney. You hurt me, Mr. Fratesi, and I want you to know that. I've always held you in high regard, Mr. Fratesi. Always thought that you would do the right thing, Mr. Fratesi. And maybe that's my fault. I don't hate you, but you're showing me who you are, Mr. Fratesi. I don't hate you. I don't hate you at all, brother. But to boast and brag that you never laid your eyes on the body cam footage that has changed the trajectory of this child's public school. He's being bullied now. But you don't care. Why? You're coming across as racist. I imagine you don't care because you're the lawmaker. See, when the Civil War was lost, you had bitter Southerners who stepped into the role as lawmakers. And they began to strategically oppress Black people. Strategically. Now, back in the blue, that's one thing when they're right. But you do Capers a disservice to try to bring him back to the same place and reopen a wound that will never heal if this child knows that he is riding and lurking the city. And I'm surprised that you don't know that because your wife worked in mental health at Life Health. It's not that you don't know, Mr. Gary Fratesi. It's that you don't care. Because I'm going to tell you something. Had Steve Rosenthal been the mayor, this would not have happened. Over and over and over. Let's sneak them in. Let's do this. Let's do that. And maybe I put too much faith in Steve Rosenthal, but I doubt it. You got too many smart people around you who are not Black. You got too many white people around you, Gary Fratesi, who's not backing the foolishness. It's one thing to back the blue, but this child's public school has been changed forever. And we got a principal right there in Indianola who is yet to get back with this child's mother. I gave you too much credit, Mr. Gary Fratesi. Too much credit. Because when I sent that video to some of my LGBTQ community people, they were appalled. They're wanting to know why would these two white men stand and say, bring them back. And you never took the chance to view what happened to this baby. Kenneth Ragg says, hello, tell me about the new truck. It was said I need to get my facts straight. Well, you know, Rags, the person who told you you need to get your facts straight, I think he's gone now. When the new people are sworn in, that's all over with. He's part of that administration who didn't mind this child being bullied. When you got a parent who's telling you that teachers are asking this child questions. Come on, public school, Sunflower County. Come on, Sunflower County. You would think somebody would put their arms around that baby and figure out a way. It gets worse. It gets worse. They have moved the bully into the room with Adarian. The child he alleges that has been bullying him has now been put in the same room with him. And guess what? Who gonna say something? See, Nikayla doesn't have the money to put her baby in a private school. But I don't know that it would even be wise, because he's got to learn how to cope in this life after being shot. He didn't ask to be shot. But you're asking that the people consider bringing the man back who shot him. Huh? Strong allegations. His attorney has a job to do. But why won't you get him a job where you at in Cleveland? I think you ran against the person up there in Cleveland and lost. You lost that race, right? I've been following. You lost that race. How about you stop running over to Indianola with your client? How about it? No. This ain't enough.
Let me catch you speeding tonight. Hey, what? Let me catch you speeding tonight.
That's who Gary Fratesi is saying bring back. But this child's public school has been changed. Why am I bringing them up? Because see, that bullying, you wouldn't think that a child would bully another child for being shot. But it's a breeding ground at the public school for this baby. And then they allegedly put that child in the same room with the child, Adarian. Featherstone is going to be a one-term mayor. Well, it's a lot of stuff brewing coming up the road for him too. A lot of stuff coming out about Mayor Ken Featherstone real soon. Very soon. And this is not stuff that I asked for. He's not safe as it relates to his image and his trying to control the narrative. Because he's the same person who said that Adarian was on a football team with him. And Adarian said he never played on a football team a day in his life. Ken Featherstone put that out in the media. And he never redacted. He never came back and said, hey, I want to apologize. Never. This child's public school life has changed, been altered forever. And he's just 11. He got to keep going. He got to keep going. He got to keep going to school. As the boy that was shot by the police officer that they trying to bring back. Can you imagine that? Now, this is coming off the cusp of Indianola Police Department not even having liability anymore because they're being sued. They're being sued too much. This guy has not even gone to his probable cause hearing, but you got Gary Fratesi said, hey, we got to hear his attorney. We said we're going to listen to him. Again, I'm proud of Reuben Woods. I'm proud of Marvin Elder. And I'm proud of Mr. Sam Brock, one of my teachers. Mr. Brock go hard. He don't care. And for Mr. Brock to say, no, we don't want to hear it. That spoke volumes. Mr. Brock, Sam Brock is going to Brock. Okay? He going to do what he going to do. You might not like him for it, but he going to stand on business. Marvin Elder going to stand on business. Marvin Elder going to stand on business by himself. Y'all, Marvin Elder going to stand on business by himself. He don't care. He going to do it. Gary Fertizzi, you fought for Marco Kirkham not to get a raise. You fought for that. You fought against it. Highway patrolman. And you know what he said? Oh, he got another job. He got another job. Marco Kirkham and Terry Cobbs. That was out there. He got another job. Well, Capers can go get another job. What is really going on? You don't want Marco and those to get a raise, but you want Capers to come back and patrol the city. Make it make sense. You didn't want Marco Kirkham and Terry Cobbs to get a raise, but you said, let's bring back Capers. Why? Because it's Christmas? I don't know. But anytime a child's life has been changed and altered, that when they go to public school, like we're looking at Dr. Davis here, and her principal not getting back to the mother, we got questions. We got questions. And it's bigger than a press release to the local newspaper. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, y'all. Now, I'm about to get out my soapbox and go on, because I wasn't intending to cry. But when we talk about public schools, it's deeper. It's deeper than, writing a press release saying it's y'all fault and not mine. Who's going to protect this baby? Everybody in the community know he's been shot. Even the superintendent. I don't know a superintendent who acts like this. Rides out into the sunset when a meeting is going on about the baby being kicked in the back of the head. I mean, just got on in the truck, rolled off into the sunset. I cried. I have cried more now than I've ever cried. Now, for the sake of argument,
Hey, what? Let me catch you speeding tonight.
I'm going to deal with these as allegations. That video, we going to say allegedly that's Capers. But the people who filmed it, they know who it is. We know his voice. We got him, But for the sake of Delta Sip, we're going to say allegedly. But y'all want to bring him back. And it's not right. It is not right. He's not even been to his probable cause hearing. Y'all say bring him back. The chief sitting there. Mr. Brock dropped one on me. I said, oh, okay. They done had an accident in a brand new Dodge. Whatever kind of truck they got now. Didn't even come to the board and report it. Didn't even report it. But you want $50,000 blindsided. You want them to give you $50,000. So y'all know Mr. Brock said now he stood on business with that, right? We're going to need you guys to continue to stand on business as it relates to voting no. And if you don't show up, guess what? There's still a vote. So don't think we crazy. If you don't show up, we still know that that's a vote for capers. So you better keep your tail in those meetings. And we are hoping that you guys do the right things as lawmakers in the city who are the ones out there saying, let's do the right thing.
Let me catch you speeding tonight. Hey, what? Let me catch you speeding tonight.
Let me catch you slipping tonight. Then he goes on to use that homophobic slur, that language. I've spoken to the LGBTQ community. They ready. They on standby. They are on standby. I don't go looking for this stuff.
Get off! Get off, man! Get off, bro! You can kill me, man. Where you bro? Bro, y'all just standing there. Go get somebody, nigga. Y'all just standing there looking, bro.
Sunflower County School District, we got to get it right. That child was choked out all the way out. I'm sitting there looking at it as I'm redacting that. He couldn't even respond to his classmates. Where was your chief? But you know who the problem gonna be? The child that recorded it. Anybody but Lakes here. Anybody but Principal Lakes. Anybody but Principal Lakes is going to be the problem. Anybody but the chief, if you got one. I wonder if this was even reported to local authorities. Probably not. Well, we got some new board members coming. And they ain't with this foolishness. Not one bit. Not one bit. Shout out to Brian Kimbrough. Say he's feeling angry. I'm going to read this one more time. He said, we've got bigger problems than just having a B rating. Safety should be our top priority in our school district. And I agree. So when you got a child saying that they're being bullied, it's not even taken seriously. According to what I'm hearing from the parents. It's not even taken seriously. The problem is somebody like me on Delta SIP. I'm the problem because I'm bringing awareness to what's going on. Y'all call me the problem. How about let's fix this breach in safety? Y'all saw where her biggest issue, she said, I feel, she talked about dropout rates, literacy dropout rates, finding qualified, effective teachers, and nothing about safety. Nothing. But you got a board member ain't with it. Ain't with it. You got a baby being bullied in your district. The mother had already told you guys, told Principal Lakes, according to her, that something was brewing and that they're going to try to do something to this child and my child because she had caught wind of it. And it still happened. Nothing, no safety measures were put into place. They blamed that baby. And I told you, when I was teaching, right? One of the babies came to me and told me they don't like me no more, right? For whatever reason. I didn't go into details asking why. I did what I felt was necessary to protect that baby. That was somebody's daughter. She's in college now. Anything I could do to make sure that that baby was safe, that's what I did. But you know what? They blame the students. That's what I have found. What's up, Harvey? Harvey's been a teacher. She served in the capacity of a teacher. Children know who love them. Students know what teacher to go to and say, hey, I'm having a bad day, or I messed up my clothes. Can you let me leave class last? They know who they can go to, who they can trust. And they know who don't care. They know. Because you got teachers that say, I ain't breaking on no fight. You get yours, I got mine. I don't care. But if it happened to yours, now you want everybody to hold hands and sing Kumbaya with you. Because you're an educator, a principal. If something happened to Dr. Davis's dogs, she would want us to gather around and call Peter and all these other organizations to make sure that some justice is brought if somebody was to do something to her fur babies, is how people refer to them. Because I'm a grandmother to a fur baby. And I get on my daughter about them all the time. All they are asking for is for leadership to step up and do the right thing. Leadership. Got some strong allegations, man. We don't need another Uvalde. We don't need another Uvalde. And I keep saying it. I said it back in 22. I'm saying it in 23. We're going into 24. Parents are concerned, want their children to go virtual if they're about to graduate so that they can graduate. Huh? She's talking about dropout rates. But don't you think a breach in safety will cause a dropout rate to go up? I'm told a girl brought a gun to school. The students are showing you that they don't feel safe. Why would a girl need to bring a gun? Strong allegations. Why? Why? It's just too much going on with trying to gauge the temperature of this nation. Too much. We need your principal to get back in touch with Miss Nikayla Murray so that we can know what the proper protocol and measures are going to be as it relates to your bullying, your what is it? No bully zone. How do you put the same child who he's alleged is bullying him in the same room with him? You trying to run him from school? See, that's how dropout rates happen. Children don't want to go to school anymore. It used to be fun. Not in Sunflower County School District. Now, if they allow virtual, we'll see. We are going to see. And on that note, Angela Buck to hear the voice behind the mic, Delta Sip, where we sip slow and talk what we know. And now, I gotta go.